Good morning. It is Wednesday, August 6th. This is the Automotive State of the Union. I'm Paul J. Daly. This is Kyle Mountsier. Today we're talking about Shawn Fain, believe it or not.
Whoa.
The Silverado driving home a lot of miles, and Gen Z males, Gen Z men having some career struggles.
Struggling.
We think we have a
It's
solution
because
for
their
that.
shorts are too short. That's what I'm convinced.
All right. I thought millennials had some short shorts. They're the ones that really brought it.
No. Gen Zs are like they took whatever short material was left and put it in their socks and just like inverted that joker. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I can't believe you just went there. It's amazing. I know. I mean, the cycles in the 80s are now. The 80s are back.
Okay. I guess it's the
Is it
80s. It literally is the 80s.
Are the short shorts going to hit the NBA like the 80s? That is the real question.
The problem that I have here is like everybody was like, you know what, the 60s were cool, we can bring that back. 70s were cool, we can bring that back.
You need to be at least 30 years. No, you need to be 30 years. It's 30 years.
Yeah, I know, but then the 90s are going to come back, and nobody wants that, except for if you can bring Jordan back.
Your kids aren't old enough. You don't understand. The 90s are here. Well, go in when you're in the mall. Go in a Hollister. It's like it's the 90s, dude. My kids are dressing like the 90s. Look at
they only gave us 25 years to get there.
It'll be all right.
Wrong with this world.
But you know it's coming next.
Oh,
2000s. You know it was 2000s. We're
what
back.
was 2000.
We went from.
I mean, we were pretty baggy still in the 2000s.
Yeah.
With some Jenko jeans.
Yep.
I mean, like the late 90s and early 2000s kind of rolled over.
Oh, you know what's coming back in the 2000s?
Oh, no.
Low waist stuff.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. All right. Yes, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first. This is exactly why you tune into this show.
No more hipsters with the stuff up above their belly button. It's going the other way.
There, but that's how you can tell. I mean, that's like the quintessential old guy pants. Like that's how you know. Right? Like,
unbelievable.
People still think that's cool. Listen,
Just
today we have
West.
on that note, today we have a really great webinar coming up in just a few hours from now, 2:00 Eastern, with our friends at Car RX. We're talking about driving loyalty with data. Look, we're talking retention, how connected vehicle tech is powering the service drive with our friends Levi Beatty and Shane Wilson. Check that out. You go to ASOTU.com, sign up for the webinar so you can have access, be there live with us, or you can get the recording. ASOTU.com. It's right there toward the top of the page. You can't miss it. Let's talk about some news. This is a name I didn't expect to see this morning, but Shawn Fain, the fiery UAW president, we have talked about him many, many times on this show. He led the landmark 2023 strike against the Detroit Three. He's now facing a revolt from within his own ranks.
Wow.
Several union locals have voted to launch removal proceedings, citing layoffs, retaliation, and alleged financial mismanagement. Workers at Stellantis and GM plants joined 4 other UAW locals in voting to oust him, meeting the threshold for a federal monitor to review all of the allegations. At issue are thousands of Stellantis layoffs since the 2023 contract, said to result from pressure to raise wages. Critics are also saying Fain retaliated against board members who resisted approving spending. Support for Fain is still strong amongst graduate student workers, but dissent is growing in Detroit factories. Here's David Pillsbury, a GM worker behind the petition. He said, quote, "I supported Shawn, but his spending is out of control and he's retaliatory." This is you being surprised that he's retaliatory?
This is me. Look at this is my surprised face. Yeah. This is my surprised face.
I mean, that's how these things end.
You know, this is how these things end when you have someone that kind of has that energy around this. This was always going to be the battle is can the automakers kind of sustain the pressures amidst like the highest wages in the industry. And then you're battling making cars that are profitable against Tesla that's paying their employees way less. Right. Yep. And having a lot of success, and then Rivian, same thing. It's always hard to kind of like mix and match that union work, the required wages, whether or not we can be profitable. And in a shrinking margins market and a higher supply market, it stands to reason this Stellantis is looks like we're gonna have to make some cuts.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I think also there's a deeper cultural lesson to learn here is that when your leadership style is aggressive and retaliatory. You can only expect that, even if it's to people outside your organization. Like, that's the essence of the leader, and that leadership is going to make its way through the ranks of your own organization, and it's going to dispel down. So anger, aggression, and retaliatory nature coming back against you is inevitable, because that's the culture and the tone that you set. So, I mean,
You just spoke words, bro.
I mean, it's just the truth. That's why I'm not surprised, or you're not surprised.
Not at all.
But speaking of being surprised,
yes,
segue.
Very surprised at this one.
Very.
I like it. Chevy has set a new benchmark for EV range, and we're not talking like a benchmark. I mean, across the EV board with all the makers, pushing a 2026 Silverado EV work truck to drive 1,059 miles on a single charge. There's some asterisks. It's a Barry Bonds ball, though. The test, though far from real world conditions, highlights how much efficiency can be squeezed out of today's tech. 40 different drivers took 1 hour turns and averaged just 20 to 25 miles an hour, taking 7 days to complete this run. Some of the other tricks included things that most drivers, or all drivers, would never do.
Never do.
Well, you could remove the spare tire. They overinflated the tires to, like, how overinflated can we get them without risking popping? They added a tonneau cover to increase, the wind drag, or decrease the wind drag, and they shut off all climate control. So this was a Silverado EV-WT. It's EPA rated for 493 miles, but the hypermiling is what they're calling it, allowed that 205 kilowatt battery to get 4.9 miles per kilowatt hour, which is insane. This beats Lucid's standing record of 749 miles. So like, they beat it by a lot. Here's Kurt Kelly, our Kelty, GM Vice President of Battery and Propulsion. He says getting this kind of range doesn't happen by accident. So
look,
I like the stunt.
Everybody's always going to do things to break records that aren't the norm. But here's the thing. If you live in San Diego and you don't stop, you can probably get close. You know what I mean?
I mean, not with the traffic.
Not with the traffic. You got to not stop. I just think it's a cool milestone. And it's like, if we can keep pushing the boundary, it means that the midline continues to increase. The fact that a work truck is rated at 493 miles is exciting, right? When a work truck that needs to get around town, that's probably moving a lot on a normal basis, if they can get 493 miles and in standard driving conditions without a tonneau cover and keeping the spare tire, like, that's great for everybody. So if you're breaking records at the hypermilling level, you're probably doing really good for the average consumer. But kudos to GM. I mean, this is an innovative way to make some headlines.
I mean, it's a YouTube thumbnail waiting to be made. I can hear Mr. Beast's voice. I drove 1,000 miles. You know what I mean? Like the thing. Speaking of Gen Zers,
Stop. Segue.
He's a Gen Zer, right? Yeah, he is. Hold on. Yeah, he is.
So tech and business roles are slowing under AI pressure, and that means that young men are struggling to find their footing while women are dominating in growing fields like nursing. Gen Z men are seeing higher unemployment as AI is disrupting entry-level business and tech roles. Healthcare remains one of the few industries adding jobs in 2025, where nearly 90% of nursing roles are held by women, offering a bit more of a steady opportunity because you need that thing that is, only humans have, that's hands. Education and hospitality, also female-led sectors, are also adding jobs. Elise Gold, a senior economist at the Economic Policy Institute, said it could be tougher for men who are looking for jobs where there's just not a whole lot of hiring right now.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about this also on the show, is that when you look at this technology boom, this AI tech, typically in previous booms, it's adopted by the younger generations first. However, with AI, it's being adopted by middle and upper management first at a faster rate, because they see the clear efficiency of it, building it into their systems. We know that AI is getting so good at doing all the things that an entry-level clerk or an entry-level intern or an entry-level job in finance or legal or accounting would do.
Doesn't matter.
These are all the jobs that young men typically coming out of college would move into, and companies aren't hiring because they figured out workarounds even in this early stage of this AI technology. So I don't think this is going to get better. I think this is going to get worse. And which is why I'm so glad we are in an industry that should be like, we
That's
have
what I
a
was about
place
to say.
for you.
I'm like, get out into the job market. There's people looking for jobs. If you're looking for salespeople, they're out there. They're
Accounting,
ready.
finance,
they
legal,
need roles.
process-oriented people. Like, get them into your dealerships. You are going to find, and it probably we should talk to Adam Robinson with Hierology.
Yeah,
I would bet that there are more people with those types of backgrounds or coming out of college with those educations looking at retail auto. And we need to do everything we can to better position this industry to bring them into the industry, because they're only going to
check your career page, get them excited about the technology that they're going to use, the things that they're going to learn, the opportunities that they have for growth, all of the things that, man, I'm pumped. This is like hunting season for us. Let's go.
That is. Well, I don't know. I hope we gave you the best 10 minutes that you've had so far today. We'll put it that way. Look, whatever it is, get out there, look for the opportunities, and take care of the people. We'll take care of you. We'll see you tomorrow.